The exclusive home of the Utah Mammoth is on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Right now, it's a 6-car pileup in the LA zone. It comes free for Kevin Fiala. Headman feed. Armia has a breakaway. Armia walks in and scores. Joel Armia got behind everybody. Mikhail Sergachev this way. Keller, one-timer. Gunther, he scores! Bullseye! Dylan Gunther! Utah connects on the power play, and it's 2-1. Goes to Keller. Peterka gets it back. Stenlund, a one-timer, had his stick tied up. It's sent down the ice by the Kings, and they nail the empty net. 1:38 to go in the third, and the Kings take care of business late.
You're locked into JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. It's that time of the week for us to be able to talk some hockey. Mike Folta, the play-by-play voice of the Utah Mammoth, joining us momentarily here. We are here in Utah County at the KSL Sports Player of the Week Awards, brought to you by Mr. Mack. Trucordia is our host, and we're going to see these players filing in, and they've been honored all year long with the awards, and they're going to be able to enjoy a little banquet and have people clap for them, which is always fun for these, between 16 and 18-year-old guys, man, that come in and they're doing tremendous things, and so we love doing these events. It's really, really cool to be a part of. So
we were going through the list of players here at the Utah County one. Oh my goodness,
it's an all-star list.
It's a special list.
It is. So we're here for that, and we love that they have those associations, and we have a really, really good time with it. Let's jump in here with the cut. Top of the hour here. Let's get right to it with Mike Folta.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Doug Smith brings you this portion of the program, an incredible selection of Kia, Subaru, Chevy, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. You can find them in American Fork, Spanish Fork, and in Linden. So easy enough to do. Mike Folta joining us on the program. He's the play-by-play voice of the Utah Mammoth, brought to you by Hercules First Federal Credit Union, growing stronger together. Mike, how are you, man? It's been a couple crazy weeks for you. I don't think there's a time during the season it's not a couple crazy weeks for you.
Oh, it's a crazy season, and I tell you what, nobody's opting out of bowl games over here.
I know.
We are rolling right along in the NHL season. We got the champs in town, the Florida Panthers, 2-time back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. They are in town to take on the Utah Mammoth, and it's a crazy stretch, 21 games in 37 days, just coming off the road trip. We're back at home a little bit, but it's what we love to do, and if we didn't love it, we couldn't survive.
Yeah, I was looking at the list. Which bowl game was Purdue invited to this year?
There has never been a better time to be irrelevant on the college football scene than right now. Leave me out of all that mess.
Listen,
you know what?
I think they were looking for somebody to play in the Birmingham Bowl. So
the 5 and 7 teams that all turned it down, and they still never called Purdue. Come on. I mean,
I think it's us and Oklahoma State that don't have a power win, like a Power 4 win the last 2 years.
You got basketball, and don't say no. It's
how'd
young.
that Iowa State game go?
It's a young year. Yeah. It's fine.
That was a tough way to start the day.
Mike, we were talking about all these things with about this game and about this team right now, and I had the privilege to be able to watch these games most of the time with my boys who are Mammoth fans now, right? I can't imagine a group of young kids who aren't on board if they're watching these games. And, it's been a rough go here, and kids are dramatic. The media's dramatic sometimes. I think we turn into children sometimes when we start going back and forth, and it's either going really, really well and it's amazing, or it's terrible and the sky's falling. What's going right and what's going wrong with this team right now?
What's going right is the compete level and the battle level, especially what we saw on Monday against the Los Angeles Kings, which is a really hard team to play against. They play a boring style of hockey, and they force you to kind of play the style you need to play once you eventually get to the playoffs. And we saw that for Utah against LA. Mammoth didn't win. They hit 3 posts. They did a lot of really good things. They converted on the power play. They had a couple breakdowns in the first period that bit them in the backside, but that compete level was there. Another thing that's going right is we're seeing Karel Vejmelka return to the form that we saw last year from Veggie in what was a career season for him. He went 6 periods, just allowing 1 goal through 2 games against Vancouver and Anaheim. Was pretty solid against LA in the loss on Monday. Got beat on a couple breakaways, but, I mean, those are basically 50-50, whether you stop those or not. And it took a bouncing puck to get by him in the 3rd period for LA to get their 3rd goal. So Karel Vejmelka playing at a very high level, and this team playing very hard. What's going wrong for the Mammoths is that they're without kind of their most creative and most dynamic offensive player right now. Logan Cooley will miss his 3rd game tonight due to injury. He leads the team currently in goals. So that's a big missing piece up front. And every team goes through injuries, especially with this condensed schedule. Utah's been pretty fortunate injury-wise, relatively speaking, but losing Cooley is not what you want to see when you're trying to find yourself offensively a little bit. But it feels like with the way this team has been trending from the back half of the road trip into the homestand, that they're gonna play the game the right way in the offensive zone, and that means getting to the interior, especially against this Florida team, which forces you to get to the interior if you want to score.
So Logan Cooley out is big news. Hopefully he's back sooner than later, but it's tough. I saw the injury, don't know how serious it is, but obviously he's got to be in a lot of pain, and we'll see how this all develops. But they're obviously going to miss him, and they can't really replace him. What do they do to kind of make up for that lack of production that they're going to be missing with him? What can they do offensively? Who's the guy that has to step up in his absence?
I don't know if there's one guy. I think Dylan Guenther's a name that comes to mind. He scored a power play goal for Utah on Monday, and Cooley missed some time last year due to injury. He missed 7 games due to injury, and in that time, Guenther was also hurt for a little bit of that. But when Guenther came back and Cooley was out of the lineup, Dylan Guenther was like a goal per game player, basically. Wow. So we saw Guenther kind of step up to the plate when Cooley was out. But you also have, some other incredible offensive options on this team that have been really good offensive players in this league for several years now, and Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz. Those are still the 2 leading scorers on the team. So those guys have been really good throughout the year. And J.J. Peterka has been playing with them as well. Peterka has 12 goals on the year, and without Cooley in the lineup, Peterka has the most out of the remaining team. And that group, when they get rolling, they are fun to watch. It's like a laser light show in the offensive zone because there is so much skill between Peterka, Schmaltz, and Keller.
So we look at seasons, sometimes we break it up into quarters or halves, and you kind of go, well, at this point this, and at this point that. How much we look at the standings all the time, and obviously playoff race stuff happens post the new year. Where does I have no clue how the Olympics work into how they do the NHL season, because obviously all these guys who are playing on these teams, like, number one is to maybe win the Stanley Cup, but playing for their team for a chance at a medal at an Olympics. Everything kind of goes on pause, but how does that work? I don't know. I don't remember the timing of all these things.
Yeah, we'll get the Olympics up in Milan coming in February. It's going to be a 3-week break, so it's a really long break in February, and that's why the rest of the schedule is so condensed, because it has to get squeezed into a smaller amount of time. And you said it, like, playing for your country in the Olympics is what hockey players dream about. Obviously, the Stanley Cup is the ultimate prize, but winning Olympic gold is highly regarded as well. It's right up there, and for a lot of these players, it'll be the honor of their career to represent their country. And if it's anything like what we saw at the Four Nations tournament this past February, it's going to be just electric international play. We saw heated rivalries between the Swedes and the Finns. They don't like each other very much, but then obviously you've got the U.S. and Canada that put on a show for the sporting world, while you had the NBA All-Star game, like jumping through hula hoops and stuff like that, whatever skills competition they were doing, and you had U.S. and Canada hitting each other in the face during exhibition games. So we're expecting incredible games coming up in Milan in February, but there has been some intrigue because it sounds like the rink is 3 feet shorter than it was supposed to be as they're building it right now. I'm not sure if they're using like JJ as a contractor or something and he just fudged the numbers, but somehow the dimensions aren't what we thought they were going to be. And they're going through it a little bit on the construction side in Milan as they try and build this new rink for the Olympics.
Mike, that doesn't seem like something that you could get wrong, because I feel like at the Olympic level, correct me if I'm wrong, the dimensions would be pretty clear as to what they would be. I don't know how you screw something up like that.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like they only had, 4 years to prepare, right? I mean, they knew this was coming for a long time.
Usually it's like 12. I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, we're here in Salt Lake City, we're already building for the Olympics, these venues and infrastructure and things like that. And so I'm not quite sure how that happens. Now, you have to keep in mind, too, hockey rinks are a little bit, not quite to this level, but a little bit like baseball parks, where at the Olympic level, at the international level, I should say, a lot of times there's slightly different dimensions than in the NHL. In the NHL, they're all the same. But at the international level, sometimes the rinks are a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. There's more skating and more space out there at the Olympic game. Whereas in North America, our game is more predicated on physicality, winning small area battles, things like that. But I don't know how they get the dimensions wrong. They must have taken, taken an Indiana University math class or something.
Oh, boy. I love it.
I like that.
I actually love that.
Little rivalry zing.
Yeah.
Well done. Well played. It's pretty cool to have the Panthers in town. We only get to see them once a year, but two-time defending Cup champs are kind of slogging along here. They're at only 2 points ahead of the Sabres for the worst record in the East, which is a big shock. What's up with the Panthers right now? Why are they not dominating the East like they have the last 3 years? Yeah,
well, one big thing is injuries. They've lost arguably their 2 best players due to injury. Alexander Barkov is widely regarded as one of the best, if not the best, defensive forwards in the game. He's got plenty of offensive skill as well, but it's typically his job to shut down other players' best players. And he's been out after he tore his ACL and his MCL back in September. So that's a huge loss. They could get him back for the playoffs, but he hasn't played at all in the regular season yet. And Matthew Tkachuk, who was one of those Team USA 4 Nations heroes from last February, he's also been out due to injury. They're expecting him back sometime soon here in December, but he hasn't played yet. So, I mean, if any team loses your 2 best players for an extended period of time, that's gonna really make things difficult. They've had some other injuries as well to some of the supporting cast from last year's Cup run. But aside from just the injuries, these guys have actually set a record over a 3-year span for the most amount of games played through 3 years between regular season and playoffs. They've won back-to-back Cups, but remember a couple years ago, they also lost in the Stanley Cup Finals when Vegas won in 2023. So they've been to the finals 3 straight years. They've played as much hockey as anybody during that span, and it's catching up to them a little bit right now. Injury's a big part of that. Their goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky, who's all-world in the playoffs, he's been a little pedestrian here this year, but again, a lot of that is because of what's in front of them, not having some of the regulars in the lineup.
Mike, something that has been kind of, a theme is people are looking at this team and they talk about, the young talent and the veterans. Who are you seeing stepping up in the moments when things have been coming up short for this team? Because I know that there have been some guys who are like, hey, we need to get some vocal leadership in this thing. We need to get some fire. And anytime somebody questions effort and a couple guys get sent down, then that always kind of puts a fire under you. But who are some of these guys who have stepped up and kind of taken over that leadership role? Obviously, Keller's got the C on his chest, but I feel like it's a big group of a lot of older guys who have a ton of experience, and they could get these young guys whipped into shape.
Yeah, it's been one of my favorite things about this team, watching the team respond to difficult situations or watching the team respond when one of the older guys does call them out in the media or call the group out as a whole. And yes, Keller is the captain and the leader. He wears the C, but there's a bunch of other guys that have won Stanley Cups on this team. There's 9 total Stanley Cups on this roster. Mikhail Sergachev is a big voice in that room. He's Utah's top defenseman. But also Ian Cole and Nate Schmidt. We've heard from them in the last couple of weeks, both kind of saying to the media in post-game comments after losses, hey, there's a certain style we need to play to be a playoff team, and we're not yet there. We're not playing the right way. We're not playing the way we need to play. And every time that happens, whether it's Cole or Schmidt, the guys we've heard from recently, the team responds and makes adjustments. And I think you have a problem if things are being said like that and there's no response from the team. That might say, like, okay, these guys are checked out a little bit, but it's been the opposite. Whenever there is a rough patch, those are some of the guys that step up. And I mentioned Nate Schmidt. He got his Stanley Cup last year with the Florida Panthers. So he's well acquainted with this group, and he got a Stanley Cup ring last night, and he'll be going up against his old teammates here this evening.
That's pretty cool. How did they present that to him?
I think they got a dinner somewhere, and they had boxes for Nate Schmidt and our backup goaltender Vitek Vanacek, our two guys who were with Florida last year, and they have this really cool box that lights up when you open it up, and that's a lot of bling on those guys' hands. So it's pretty cool. And whenever they travel around to see the old players who were on that team last year, but with a different team this year, whoever's in charge of the rings brings those, and there's a little presentation. So pretty cool of the Panthers to make a little production out of it.
That's awesome.
Mike Folta, play-by-play voice of the Utah Mammoth, going to get the call tonight, of course, with the Utah Mammoth and the Florida Panthers. I got to see one in the Panthers building last year.
That's cool.
We were just happened to be down there, and it was a really close one. Mike, you probably remember that one. It was like they played their guts out, and of course this was a Stanley Cup caliber team, and to have that go their way. I don't know if it went to overtime or if it was just. Oh no, it was. It was like seconds left of overtime. Florida put the win in, but. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for all you do and coming on the program here with us. And we're looking. One of these days when I'm actually in the building for the game, I'm going to come down and harass you. I always get cold feet because I'm like, nah, I'm not going to bother him. But I'm going to wait till I'm going to know for sure when you're in a break, and then I'm going to come over and harass you. So
20 minutes of harassment in the afternoons, not enough. You have to come by during game hours. All right.
I'll wear that big Boilermaker hat. Just to
oh,
just so
you can call the game if you wear the block P on your hat for all I
care. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate you guys. Tuss up.
There you go. Tuss up at the end.
I like that.
What's funny is in cases like this, you always get like when you have a team here in town, or even in a corporate situation, they have the little signature at the bottom that's just a beep signature at the bottom of the email.
Yep.
I think everything that comes out of that building is tusks up, man.
It's good to have
hard to say.
Good to have a slogan.
Tusks up.
Yeah.
Man, I speak for a living, and that one's tough for me. I don't know what's going on. We'll take a break here. We'll come back. When we return, we've got much more to go on the program. Oh man, we're about an hour away from these kids about to walk into this into Trucordia, and I always love it because there's a little bit of sheepishness, right? When they walk in, they're kind of hands in pockets, and they're like, how you doing? And their parents are like, hey, and the athletes are like, they just are like, they're coming into this thing. It's like, hey, man, you're going to get an award. You're going to get awards. You're going to be honored tonight. This is about these kids. And so I always love doing this stuff. But when you watch them walk up for the first time, they're always a little bit like, what am I supposed to do? It's like nothing.
There's rival players here.
The
tension's always fun.
The one last year was
Salt Lake.
Was the Salt Lake one, but there was also one in Northern Utah last year where the Roy and Bountiful
kids all got together.
Because it was like a week.
Soon.
It was like a week after the state championship, and it was like, "How you doing?" Pretty good.
not as good as you.
Well, the Bountiful kids bouncing. The Bountiful guys are bouncing around, going.
Of course.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. We'll take another break. We'll come back. We'll return. We'll jump back in again here at Trucordia in American Fork, and we got you covered the rest of the day. So stay right here with us. Mitch Harper's going to join us top of the hour. BYU Insider for KSLSports.com. Stay right here. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
All the latest news and notes from the league and the locals in the NFL. JJ and Alex bring you the NFL Blitz on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Alex, Kirry, Jeremiah Jensen. That music, of course, means that the NFL Blitz is upon us. I was noticing that the NFL, there's a couple of things that have been going on with the league. And obviously, when we watch these games, like, there's a reason that they're really good at all the things that they do. You know, JJ, and it's just one of those deals that the amount of and one of the things that came out was that they're throwing all this. I think it was already there, but the NFL's throwing a ton of money now behind the flag football. You've seen the spots that are
which
running,
is great, and it's going to be in the Olympics. You're seeing women's flag football make a big leap.
How much are they going to lean into that? Do you think? Like, I mean, if they're going to throw
before
financial
2028, they're going to lean into it heavily because it's good exposure for the league internationally. Heading into that Olympic Games, I think the NFL would love to see flag football continue in the Olympic Games moving forward. Obviously, it's kind of a trial thing in LA because it's an American sport. Is that going to continue in Australia, et cetera? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think the NFL is going to lean way into it because it's good for the game.
We've already seen Team USA in basketball, not win gold medals before, but it's pretty disappointing when they don't. But I mean, flag football, would that be more embarrassing if we don't win the gold medal for the next 10
If we
Olympics?
lose the gold medal to Angola, yeah.
Was it Angola that was the – what was
Charles
that?
Barkley gave the elbow to the guy at Dream Team.
But what was
they
the score?
creamed Angola. It was bad.
It was like a 78
I don't know. They
win.
creamed everybody. I don't know why we continue to pick on Angola.
But Angola was like the first that everyone went – yikes. But
poor Angola.
Look at that. An Angola Team USA drop from JJ in reference to blowing out teams.
I believe that was 33 years ago.
Well, if they're throwing the financial support behind it, does that mean that they're going to allow – I'm interested to see if they're going to allow the players to play in it.
Not NFL players.
Too much at stake?
I don't think it's that it won't allow it. It's a different game, and there are – professional, high-level
that are really
flag
good
football players and leagues, and there's going to be people that really specialize in playing flag football that are going to be playing that sport in the LA Games. It sounds great to have Justin Jefferson catching passes, from Jordan Love or something like that, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I was just thinking about that because it's like one popped Achilles tendon.
Well, that's the other thing.
And the Players Association is going to be like, we're done.
I mean, they don't even play the Pro Bowl anymore. You know what I mean? If you're not playing big time, regular season games, it's tough to get these guys out there.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is really funny to watch. It's really funny to see how, that there's all this attention that's going to, flag football, but now they're officially in fully with the financial backing there. So I love it. By the way, did you see all the Phillip Rivers memes and jokes? I loved it. There was a guy. People are like, the phone rings and the guy's in like a full 1985 basement, and he's acting just like a grandpa. He's like stands up and goes, "Oh, okay, let me get the phone, honey. Hello, the Colts. How are you, sweetie?" And then starts going through. Yeah, the grandkid's doing great. He's 1 year old, and all of it is true. I think I could get in shape. And then he walks. He goes, "Let me check the family calendar real quick." And he walks over there, and he's out of breath, getting the calendar out. He's like, "All right, yeah, I should be there. Give me a new pair of New Balance or something like that." Some dad joke in there.
You've seen that video of the old man in a walker with the flags on for flag football, running down the sideline.
Yeah, at Kansas.
Yeah, and everyone's saying, have Phillip Rivers just got signed. They show video of that. That's been pretty funny. It's crazy that a grandpa who has a biological child that is older than Riley Leonard, who is the starter.
That is crazy.
It is crazy, and he's almost eligible for the Hall of Fame, or he might even be eligible currently for the Hall of Fame. Can you imagine player in the Hall of Fame playing in an NFL game?
This should put him over the top, and here's why. Regardless of if he's terrible when he comes in, just coming back after 5 years of not playing and just cracking the old back and go. And by the way, this is weird too because they're all, will you come back? He goes, "Can I get number 17? Well, Daniel Jones wears that this year. Can I get number 17? And they're going to do it.
Yes, they are.
They're going to
Daniel Jones is like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just think it's so funny. Like,
The respect is there.
Suit me up for 17 again, and I'll be there. Just the amount of
I mean, it's like some guy, some random Laker wears number 32, and Magic Johnson comes back. Are you going to tell Magic Johnson he can't have 32?
What's his career yardage on passing? It's got to be
Phillip Rivers.
It's got to be in the yeah. Oh yeah, you just had this in front of me, Joey, and I was like, I mean, he's 7th all time.
Yeah,
63,000 yards passing, and people wonder if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame or not.
I think he is.
I think the fact that he did it on the Chargers is actually probably should be a bigger tip of the cap.
You have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, he didn't win the big one, and it's hard.
He was an 8-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, and the guy was stellar, right? I mean, he had he had a 17-year career. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what happens. Right now, he's just a practice squad guy, just one of the practice squad guys. Okay, that's how
he's got to earn his way.
Yeah, that's how they're going to treat him. Hey, 17, turn in your playbook. You haven't been good enough. All right.
Also, here's another funny fact: is Phillip Rivers is currently a semifinalist for the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame class in his first year of eligibility. That's insane, and he's going to be on a roster.
Hey, is Geno Smith hurt or is it just bad quarterback play?
Probably both.
At the Raiders.
So it looks the Raiders are probably ready to turn the page on that.
So it looks like Kenny Pickett's going to get the start against the Eagles for the Raiders. Hey, his former team, Kenny Pickett's former. Has he already been on 3 teams in like 2 seasons?
Yeah, Steelers, Eagles, and now the Raiders. Yeah.
I like Kenny Pickett. I think he's a fiery dude. I mean, he's the kind of guy he's already had like 2 concussions in the league.
When the highest compliment you can pay to a quarterback is he's a fiery dude, that's probably not what teams are looking for at the quarterback position.
I stand corrected.
Oh, yeah, he's got moxie.
Well,
okay.
He's tough. They're like,
can
I
he
don't
throw
want
the
tough.
football without throwing interceptions?
I want to hear the word finesse. I don't want to hear tough dude, fiery dude. He's got a
Does he have a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio? Because that's what I'm more interested in.
Fiery dude is the addition of gritty.
Oh yeah,
this year, right? Oh, just a gritty.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett, grit and grime.
The whole thing is interesting to me to watch these quarterback. I mean, for how highly regarded the league is with talent, and it's replete with it. It's tons of it.
Yeah.
There are so many teams who just cannot find that talent at quarterback. It's so hard, and they just struggle for decades, and they're just it's just tough for teams like the Raiders, who you come in every season and go, this could be it.
Yeah.
You're the Browns, you go, this could be it. I mean, they're the worst of the
and they let their fans down every year.
Every year. And even when you have, really high draft picks, it still doesn't work out. Maybe you should put this thing to the test and maybe just go out and maybe just get one of those gritty quarterbacks out of like JMU.
Can you name one?
Do they have any gritty quarterbacks? I assume they're all gritty because they're at JMU. Is that bad to
I
think
have
that?
no idea who the JMU quarterback is.
All right.
But they got to figure something out.
There's your NFL Blitz.
They need answers.
We'll take another break here. We'll come back. More to go on the program. Top of the hour, Mitch Harper is going to join us. We've got a top 10 right around the corner, so stay here. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Your home for the best coverage of the Jazz, Utes, and Cougars is right here on the Zone. This is JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Alex Kirry, Jeremiah Jensen. Thanks for being with us on the program. We're honoring the kids here tonight, JJ.
Yes.
And tell us exactly what this thing is, because you guys jump in and the KSL Sports Player of the Week awards. We do it across all the valley here, but why do we do these things, man?
Yeah, so we have the KSL Sports Player of the Week awards. Jake Hatch kind of handles that, and I'm part of the committee that chooses the weekly winners. They're announced every Friday on DJ and PK, and then on our social media. And the end of the year, each and every player of the week, we bring them to this banquet, and we honor the whole group. They can bring their family and their head coaches, have a big party here, and eat some grub, get some inspirational thoughts from some of the great athletes that have played high school football in this state. We do Northern Utah. Salt Lake County was last night. Northern Utah was Monday. Our friends at John Watson Chevrolet hosted that one. And then we hosted at KSL the Salt Lake County Awards last night. And then tonight here at Trucordia, our good friends at Trucordia, sponsors of Game Night Live, are hosting the Utah County Awards. And the Utah County list of players is really phenomenal. There's some great athletes down here. So that's what we're here doing tonight, and it's one of the things we're really proud to be a part of because, as you know, KSL Sports has a big initiative behind supporting high school sports, not just football, but all sports, and this is a big part of that.
Another part of it is also, of course, and Hercules is one of our presenting sponsors up in Salt Lake, but, of course, the Hercules Hero of the Week program, something we take pretty seriously. We love doing it. We love honoring these kids, the volunteers who help these kids become better athletes and better people. Just go to KSLSports.com/contest, and you can nominate a Hercules Hero of the Week. You nominate that person, and we give a prize out every Thursday to the winners. Is it a Win Ticket Wednesday today, JJ?
I see in green right now that it is. Green means go.
Not just that. It's time for us to give out the Toto, Christopher Cross, and the Romantics tickets.
It's the Yacht Rock Tour.
Come on. Let's get this thing going.
Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater.
Hey, I'm telling you. People are going to pretend like they. Oh, that sounds ridiculous. Yeah, and they're going to
take me away.
Listen, you're have your wife feather the hair.
Oh, sure.
And then start getting ready to sway. You know, when you're dancing out there in the crowd. 801-575-ZONE. You win a pair of tickets to Toto, Christopher Cross, and the Romantics at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater coming August 21st of next year. You can go to livenation.com, or you can win them today before the tickets even go on sale. 801-575-ZONE. That's 801-575-ZONE. Alema Harrington joining us on the program. Alema, nice enough to dip in this afternoon as we're honoring all these high school kids. And oh, boy, the Mo-Bet has just showed up.
Oh,
it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a real problem.
Alema, you just missed the Hawaiian barbecue.
No,
Sorry.
they knew to wait to bring it out because, you know, it was going to be a rough go. But we appreciate you joining us on behalf of Mr. Mack and all that they do to support the local athletes as well, Alema.
Of course, and Mr. Mack, you know, been around for 61 years now, third and fourth generation ownership, but owned and operated. When you walk into one of the 9 Mr. Mack locations across the Wasatch Front, you're going to be dealing with somebody that has a vested interest in the company and a vested interest in the community. And that's one of the beautiful things that, you know, has tied me to Mr. Mack over all these years. And when people see me and they you know, see the suit that I'm in, it's like, oh, is that really a Mr. Mack suit? Well, of course. I'm always in a Mr. Mack suit. And we talk about the missionary package, and for $695, you're going to get a great deal and everything that you need, including a performance suit and collar stretch shirts, 3 ties, the mission belt, a pair of Johnson & Murphy shoes. You get all of that for $695. But for the dads that are out there listening, what about Dad? Like, Dad needs a suit.
Yeah,
too.
what about me?
Hey,
come on, man.
Coming up, right? Yeah, get suited up. We got Jack Victor and Talia. Talia is probably my favorite line of suit that we carry at Mr. Mack. But you got a great selection in modern fit or, you know, traditional suits, and we'll make sure that you get taken care of, and you'll feel like, you know what, I really like the one at Mr. Mack. And when people ask me, like, you know, that suit that you got on, like, that's too cool to be from Mr. Mack, then that just tells me you haven't been to Mr. Mack lately, and you need to show up at one of our 9 locations and check out, you know, all of the values and, of course, the selection of suits that we have at Mr. Mack. So make sure you stop by, and we're proud to be a part of what you're doing tonight and honoring these athletes and love. You know, as I looked at the names, I'm like, man, there's some great athletes that are coming through Utah County, and young and old. Some of these guys are going to be back next year. You know, I'm looking at Stroshine on that list. That is just a freshman.
Yep.
And so excited for the opportunity to watch some of these guys go on and play next level, or the ones that are, you know, just underclassmen and get a chance to see them next year.
Yeah, most won't play at the next level. That's just the way the sports are. Like in general, all the high school players, not everybody's going to play on a college team, but there are going to be kids here tonight who are likely going to be pushing to make the league.
There
man.
could be
like,
some
that's
NFL guys in that room tonight.
Yeah, and that's what we love. I mean, Utah's turned them out before, so I love being able to see those things. So, Alema, we'll dip in with you again here in the next few minutes. Thanks for being with us today, man.
Absolutely, fellas. Thank you.
There you go. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Mitch Harper's going to join us next. Stay right here. We're going to talk all things BYU, including the talk at my house last night, the replay of the highlight, because I was in the car listening to the Greg Wrubell call.
Oh man!
Which you you do not want to miss if you've never heard that one. That was it was.
Are we going to play it next?
It was a crazy moment. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna force Alex to dig it up here, but maybe. We'll see. Mitch Harper is going to join us next right here at 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.